Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, ECAN Award for Outstanding Leadership in Education Transformation.
As former Mexican President Enrique Pena Nieto once said, education reform has as its main purpose to make sure that the education delivered is of quality. Inspired by the ongoing transformation in Nigeria's education sector under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Education Correspondents Association of Nigeria, ECAN, believes the time has come to examine the reforms and honor the individuals driving the process. At the heart of the transformation is the Nigeria Education Sector Renewal Initiative, NESRI, regarded as the most comprehensive education reform framework introduced in the country in over 3 decades. The initiative is anchored on 6 strategic pillars: STEM education, technical and vocational education and training (TVET), reduction of out-of-school children, girl-child education, data and digitalization, and quality assurance. Together, these pillars now serve as the blueprint for education reforms across the Federation. At the 2026 ECAN Summit themed 3 years of the Tinubu administration, assessing reform progress and challenges in Nigeria's education sector, stakeholders gathered to reflect on achievements, evaluate progress, and chart the way forward. For the Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, CON, the reforms reflect the unwavering commitment of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to building a stronger education system that drives national growth and development.
We've highlighted these 6 priority areas, and in the last 24 months plus, we've worked so assiduously, aggressively in each of these areas in a way that we now have a continuum of purpose, and we're seeing amazing results. Number 1, our expansive agenda on TVET, technical and vocational education and training. Before, 50 years ago, technical education went hand in hand with other forms of education. But in the last 25 years, it got relegated. The people made it primitive. But today, TVET is front, back and center in education system today in the country.
Working alongside him, the Minister of State for Education, Professor Suwaiba Ahmad, says the reforms are steadily repositioning Nigeria's education sector for improved access, quality, and optimal service delivery.
The reforms we are working on is laying a solid foundation that in the nearest future, as we work on it as a system, we are building systems and structures that will ensure that change actually happens. Education changes for the positive. Education quality improves. But as media, as you write, encourage these reforms we are working on so that the general populace understand where we are, where we need to go, and what we need to do to go there.
Also lending their voices, President of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Grace Ike, and Chairman of ECAN, Chukwu Kwatu, commend the gains recorded so far, describing the reforms as a significant step towards revitalizing the nation's education sector.
I'm happy that the present administration is doing a whole lot to reform the sector, which is what we are yearning for. We still face some of this, and at the same time, we must recognize this reform is a process. And no government can solve decades of structural weakness in a short while. What matters is sustained commitment, which I see the Minister of Education is doing, honest evaluation, and genuine political will.
We have witnessed significant policy initiatives and reforms aimed at repositioning education under the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We have also reported the realities confronting the sector, from inadequate funding and infrastructural deficits to poor learning outcomes, teacher development, research, technology integration, and the challenge of millions of out-of-school children. These realities underscore the importance of this summit.
With these commendations coming from the most unlikely quarters, one can boldly say that the reforms in the nation's education sector a fast yielding expected result.